And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Jackson now. His throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
First down, Raven.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. From the gun, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to load that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This time, Jackson will throw it. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
But it's fourth down.
Fourth down. Here's Jackson. That's to his running back. Complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That second down play nets a -4. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's third and long. To throw is Jackson. And they'll find the open man. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 47 yards. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They gotta love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Right back to Tracy. And some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fit defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, but one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come down here and hit you little people.
Good run there.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. First and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll hand it to Tracy. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what. Touchdown! Malik Neighbors, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you wanted to see from a defense. Give them an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away.
Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. Now Wilson. Able to locate his man Slayton on an out route. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
That's good for the Giants. 1st down.
On the give, it's Tracy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Brings up 2nd and
Wilson going to change things up here. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get on the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Wilson. That ball caught by Slayton. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
That's another Giants first down.
Here's Tracy. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point try good by Godot. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Ravens 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Wilson.
A throw right side caught by Neighbors.
Down the sideline he goes. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. And he's got it. And he will take it on in. for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Jackson. Shortly there, caught by Likely. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him out to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the run is Tracy. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Travis Jones makes a tackle.
At the 31.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll go again with Tracy. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame.
Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. In third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Running left is Tracy. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. Four down, 4 down.
Third down, here's Tracy. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. Gano's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Offense set at the line for this next drive. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and a couple. Henry up the middle. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays.
Still on his feet, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 37 yards. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the game.
They'll take it. Just I like the way you described it. game. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I put the word big in capital letters here. Wilson to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. The start of the round. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last says, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard.
Singletary, they'll run for it. And he is going to have a New York 1st down, and the Giants are going to win the football game. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I think you'd have to label this an upset. Yes, they were at home, but still an upset. They got the job done.
Yeah, even being at home was not enough for people to think they were going to pull this one off. But give them credit for playing not just a smart football game, but one where they were going to be physical about the whole thing. They put up their fists and said, let's fight, and showed their crowd that they were into this one.
And then that's the thing, the crowd responded. They were really good in this game.
Yeah, they were not going to be pushed around. They were not going to be intimidated. They refused to back down and came away with a victory.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I give it all away. You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far away. You give me holding out on faith. I don't wanna go to war. You don't wanna give me peace. I can never leave you alone. Even when I'm overseas, if I gotta do a show, you coming with me. Baby girl, you a prime time, I don't care if everybody see. Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and don't let me go.
We're ready for some football and hope you are too. Welcome to East Rutherford, New Jersey, everybody, and MetLife Stadium. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Giants. Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And away we go from East Rutherford. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap. To see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Green 80. Hey, 0, 0, 0. Push left. Good.
Hand off to Tracy. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. Offense up to the line fast. Wilson out of the pistol. Buys time, rolling right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Know where to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Russ now from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Hey, rip it.
Mahomes starting off with a throw. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I don't thought that look at all came downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Attack!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got his man, that's Travis Kelce. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Yellow. Alright, yellow. 50, yellow.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
Back to the air, Mahomes. Kelce's got it right side. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Again, Mahomes to throw. He drops this down to Pacheco underneath. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
1st down, Kansas City.
Yellow. Hey, Sunday.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's whole home on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the 17. To the left and hauled in by Kelce. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
18 Cardinal. Go.
first and goal from the 8.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Yellow.
They'll run. Pacheco is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
SOS. You hear me talk about it usually in the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play first and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Back to Pacheco here on second. And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of 1. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Chiefs. They'll try with Pacheco. The stand continues. This one doesn't even make it back to the line, Brock, and it sets up 4th and goal.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Butker knocks it through, and they're on the board.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. Early momentum with that field goal.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd down at the 34-yard line.
Ross out of the pistol. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Wilson now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's 4th down.
14.
4th down, Wilson throwing. That's cut beyond the marker. Down the left sideline he goes. He does it. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take a 2nd quarter lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yeah.
You know, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Brings in the kick at the 9. Things going well so far. And they'll be looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Hey, 57, 57.
Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Well, they were hoping. They were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Hey, 43. 15.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long.
43.
The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile.
Attack! Yellow! Attack! Hey, Sunday.
Pistol now for Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep to the left. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Chiefs looking like they'll have to punt. Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance.
Yellow! Hey, 43, come back!
Mahomes to throw for it. He's loaded another one up. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. Picked off by Deontay Banks. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know it. It's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Wilson now, 1st and 10. He's going to push one deep down the right. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Fred McDuffie in to pick it off.
Must be paying these guys day rate, not the hourly rate, because it took them just one play to answer interception for interception. We're right back, basically, to where we were 2 snaps ago, but with a whole lot of excitement in between.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
first and 10. Here's Mahomes. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Gets it to the 15. And it won't be a touchdown, Brock, but it sure was close. He winds up out of bounds just about a yard shy of the goal line. So after that big play, Brock, they need just that final yard here on first and goal. Working inside the red zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get some late points and the lead. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Hyatt with the grab. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
You know, Kim, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down, here's Russ. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. This one misses the tight end, and it sets up second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Throwing again is Russ. That's completed right side. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Drive picks up here, first and 10. Wilson, a quick throw, complete. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Right back to Neighbors, and he's got it. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down.
Rolled out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Quick pass, right side, complete. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take the lead just before halftime. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Send this away. Fielded at the 7. Good work so far. He's got room. And not a bad place for them to start. Up past the 30-yard line. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. Back to throw it. A massive shot towards the end zone. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take the lead just before halftime. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Bucker with the extra points. And the Chiefs push their lead to 3.
17. Giants 14.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends on half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Here's a return from the 7. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. You know, ready to send this away. Fielded at the 7. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time offensively. You've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks. Going to take some superhuman effort now on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 14. He finds Brown right side. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
4th down, the offense is staying on the field. They're going for it. Looking to throw. He's got it close to the marker. Oh, but they're going to say incomplete. He didn't get the feet down on 4th down.
Hey, I'm all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Near the goal line. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Tracy is in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants grab the lead on their first series of the half. So that brought an important score here
the game or your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Gano for the PAT. Boy, was it close, but the point after does go through. And the Giants take a 4-point lead.
21, Chiefs 17.
Gano ready to send this away. His return starts at the 5. Good work so far. He's got room. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Hey, 57, 57. Yellow, yellow.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that's way too much risk for that reward.
Yellow, yellow.
2nd and 6 now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. He puts a man under it deep down the middle. That one's cut at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a third-quarter lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs push their lead to 3.
Giants 21.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. Powering his way forward a bit, give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Here's Tracy once more. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Now he's batted away up front. Throw doesn't even get beyond the line thanks to a well-timed swat there. They're going to face 4th down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Bronk. They're going for it, 4th and 3. He's back to throw. Pushes this one towards the sideline. He's got it, and the feet are in bounds, too. What a play on 4th down. They get the first after a gain of 27.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of a an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. Offense in the hurry up here. Wilson now from the gun. Flush down out to his left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it's 3rd down now. Russ now from the gun. Catch is made in close. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. Wilson. And this is cut. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take a 4th quarter lead. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here. Running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Kate. With some players, that's the world they thrive in. Finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Good now, ready to send this away. He fields it from the 8. Gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got 1st down from the 31.
Attack! Yellow! Hey, 57, 57! Hey, 43!
Pistol now for Mahomes. Chased out to his right. Now he takes it. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Hey, 43, 15.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He slides down with enough to pick up that 1st.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Now they send their back in motion right. The play clock runs out. This will be a delay. Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that 1st down flag. They've got a man in motion. Here's Mahomes now. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And he gets 6 following that penalty to bring up 2nd down and 9 now.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Hey, rip with it.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
I'll say this, Kate. This quarterback's got some courage right there. He throws it into double coverage, and he's got a guy there in coverage who's already picked him off, and he don't care. Kind of like that gunslinging attitude, but you better be careful the next time around.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Attack!
Blitz coming, Mahomes. Kelsey's got it right side. He's dropped a big stop in a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Easy.
They send the tight end in motion. Setting up to pass. Put the body on the line for his team. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Well, bless his heart. Where some quarterbacks look off double coverage and check it down, this guy just attacks it head on. And why wouldn't he if he's capable of beating it for that kind of result?
He'll look to throw it. This one's caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Back to throw. That one connects. And he stopped after a gain of about 5. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Real momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. Here he is to throw. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs push their lead to 3. Butker on now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10.
Green 80!
Russ setting to throw. It could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs make the play that should win them this game. Well, he's had the kind of scoring day you love to see out of him. 3 touchdowns in the book so far, but now 3 interceptions thrown as well. Gotta do without those.
Yeah, you do. The aggressiveness has helped him find the end zone several times, but it's also led him to find defenders several times as well. You got to figure this out. It's a quarterback teeter-totter. How to dial the mistakes back while keeping that aggressive mindset as well.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. Trying to fight free. He can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Second down run by Pacheco. Works his way to the 35. And he will score, and with almost no time left, that should clinch the win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts him up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Butker to try the point after. And this kick was just miss-hit. It is wide left and no good. So after the missed extra point, he is still out there. He's going to put it back in play. This one winds up as a touchback, so they're going to have one final snap to work with.
Their own 35-yard line.
This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. Here he goes, one final shot. Has a man downfield. This is Robinson. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from New York.